Dr. Vexiel stared at the diagnostic screen in absolute bewilderment. The quantum analyzer had frozen mid-scan, displaying a cascading error message that should have been impossible. Error: sample displays self-replication. Genome integrity compromised. Adaptive mutation detected. Reanalysis required. This cannot be correct, Vexiel muttered, adjusting the Zenithian medical scanner. Around him, his research team of 7 different species exchanged confused glances. They had been cataloging human biology for 3 rotations now, and every moment yielded more inexplicable data. The human specimen, a male named Marcus, sat calmly on the examination table, watching the alien scientists with an almost amused expression. His vital signs remained stable despite the unprecedented readings. "What seems to be the problem, Doc?" Marcus asked casually, as if this were a routine checkup. "Your cellular structure is restructuring itself," Vexiel said, his voice tight with scientific anxiety. "While we observe it. Your DNA is actively adapting to our scanner's radiation frequencies." Marcus smiled. "Yeah, that's pretty normal for us." A chromatic crystalline being, Specialist Kethare, stepped forward. "Normal? This violates fundamental biological principles. Self-directed genetic adaptation takes millions of years of evolutionary pressure. You're doing it in real time." "We're humans," Marcus shrugged. "We adapt. It's kind of our thing." Vexiel ran the scan again, and the same phenomenon occurred. The human's genome didn't just resist the scanner, it evolved around it. Within seconds, his cellular structure had modified itself to neutralize the radiation's effects. "This is extraordinary," whispered a gaseous entity from the observation chamber. "If humans possessed this capacity, they could theoretically survive any biological weapon, any environmental toxin, any pathogen." "Could and do," Marcus confirmed. "We've survived ice ages, volcanic winters, plagues that killed billions, radiation from nuclear wars we inflicted on ourselves. Our bodies learned to adapt. Our minds learned faster." Vexiel's analytical processors struggled with the implications. "You're telling me humans evolved the ability to consciously or unconsciously adapt their genetics to immediate threats?" "Not consciously," Marcus clarified. "But our bodies? They listen. They learn. We call it the immune system on steroids. You throw a disease at us, our bodies remember it, fight it, and the survivors pass that knowledge to the next generation. Then we made that process faster through medicine and vaccination." A telepathic caller named Sethes probed deeper. "But this scan shows active mutation occurring within your body right now. Your cells are communicating with each other, reorganizing, adapting." "Your scanner was stressing my system," Marcus explained casually. "My white blood cells detected the threat, my immune system mobilized, and yes, my DNA started making adjustments. We've been doing this for thousands of years. Your technology just made it visible." Vexiel accessed the historical database on humans. What he found was staggering. Humans had survived bubonic plagues that killed half their population. They had endured nuclear radiation. They had battled AIDS, cancer, and countless other diseases that should have extinguished them. Yet each time, survivors emerged stronger, more resistant. "Your species should be extinct," Vexiel said quietly. "Based on your environmental conditions and exposure to biological threats alone, you should have been eliminated millions of years ago." "We should have," Marcus agreed. "We almost were. Multiple times. But humans don't accept extinction as inevitable. We fight, we adapt, we survive, and we teach the next generation what we learned." Kethare's crystalline form shimmered with something resembling respect. "Your genetic plasticity combined with your psychological resilience, you're not just a biological species. You're a biological defense system with consciousness." "That's one way to put it," Marcus chuckled. "We like to think of ourselves as stubborn." Vexiel made a decision. He powered down the diagnostic equipment. Further scanning is contraindicated. Your adaptive response is accelerating with each attempt to measure it. We risk triggering an aggressive biological response. Marcus raised an eyebrow. You're afraid of my immune system? I am respectfully acknowledging that forcing your body into repeated adaptation cycles is dangerous, Vexiel corrected carefully. Your genome is not a passive blueprint. It's an active, evolving defense mechanism. Humans don't just survive hostile environments, you metabolically transform them into advantages. Marcus stood from the table. As always, he said with a knowing smile. We turn what tries to kill us into what makes us stronger. Vexiel watched the human leave the medical bay, his mind reeling. The Zenithian Empire had conquered 1,000 worlds through superior technology and biological manipulation. Yet they had never encountered a species whose greatest weapon was not external, but internal, a genome that refused to surrender, that evolved resistance faster than any pathogen could evolve attack. For the first time in a century, Vexiel felt something he hadn't experienced since his youth, the cold grip of uncertainty about which species truly held dominance in the galaxy.